What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, in this video, I'm going to go over all of the November 2024 Air Jordan and Nike release dates. There's quite a few in this month. There's a lot of great releases as well. Also, I will be adding in additional details, like if they're limited or whatnot, GR, etc., and stuff that I've noticed. But like always, release dates do change, new shoes get added in, and in the case that it does, I will update you in the following news video, so make sure to be subscribed. Or you can check out SneakerFiles.com, where I'll be updating it there. Also, I just dropped 2 new shirts, well, about a week ago. This will be the last week to order before I shut down pre-orders, and eventually I'll reopen them again. But if you're interested in grabbing a shirt, there will be a link in the description below, and I just want to say thank you for everybody who has picked up a shirt so far. And now, let's get into these releases. The first pair I'm going to go over is the Nike Air DT Max 96 Falcons. So there's actually 2 release dates that I've been seeing going around, and the first one is November 1st. I also saw a second one, which is November 15th. So it looks like there's different release dates depending on the store. Now there is time for the date to change. For example, all other stores will now drop on November 1st, or all other stores will drop on November 15th. But I did want to talk about this first since it's day 1 of November, but the date is kind of all over the place. Also, there's some stores in Atlanta that dropped them early, I believe in early October. But yeah, it's looking like some shops will have them on November 1st, some will have them on November 15th for now, and the retail price will be $170. November 1st is going to be a busy day. Well, matter of fact, all of November is going to be pretty busy, but typically the first day of the month, there's a bunch of drops that happened. And another pair that we have dropping on the 1st is the Nike LeBron Witness 8 I Promise School. This pair features a multicolor Baltic blue and playful pink color combination, and they're going to drop on November 1st for $110. There's a couple clean Nike Air Force 1 lows and Nike Dunk lows that are dropping in November, but the first pair that I have to talk about is the light British tan pair. Now there's been multiple pairs that have featured light British tan. The specific colorway on this is light British tan, cacao wow, sesame, and pecan red. It also looks like this pair has like a corduroy type material on the swoosh and heels. And they're scheduled to be released on November 1st for $135. The Nike Sabrina 2 Oregon will also release on November 1st. Now, this isn't an official collaboration with the Oregon Ducks, but the colorway does match up to the school's colors, featuring apple green, white, and yellow strike. Also, she did play for the Ducks. Now, like I mentioned, November 1st is the release date, and the retail price will be $130. We have a premium version of the Nike Air Max 1 dropping, and this pair is known as Burgundy Crush. The official colorway on these is Burgundy Crush, Cement Gray, Taupe Gray, and Phantom. The pair features premium leather throughout, suede on the panels, and what looks like a unique mesh material across the base. It almost looks like it's metal, but of course that's not the case. But if you're interested in grabbing this pair, they drop on November 1st for $150. I swear this pair has already released, but apparently there's quite a few retailers that are dropping them on the 1st, and this is the Nike Zoom VOMERO 5 in metallic silver and black. Now the official colorway on these is metallic silver, pure platinum, white, and black, and they're going to drop on November 1st for $160. The Nike Dunk Low, known as Ironstone and Meek Brown, will drop on November 1st. The official colorway on these is Ironstone, Anthracite, and Meek Brown. This will be a women's release. And like I mentioned, November 1st is the release date, and the retail price will be $125. Nike Basketball is releasing a kids exclusive pack known as King of the Court, and one of the pairs that will be part of that pack is the Nike Jaw 2. The shoes feature an iron gray, anthracite, and gym red colorway, and they're going to drop on November 1st for $100. Also releasing is the Nike LeBron 22 King of the Court. This pair features a pale ivory, metallic gold, and ink color combination. And if you haven't guessed by now, the release date on these is November 1st. They're only going to be available in kids sizing, and the retail price will be $140. Another Nike Dunk Low dropping on the 1st. This pair is known as Muslin in Team Gold, obviously due to the colorway, and the specific colorway is Muslin, Team Gold, Pale Ivory, and Laser Orange. Now, this will be a women's release, and what's unique about this pair is that it features reflective 3M on the swooshes and the heel overlay, dropping November 1st for $125. Do you guys remember that Nike Air Force 1 Low I talked about in light British tan? Well, they're also dropping a Nike Dunk Low with a very similar theme, but this pair is known as light British brown. So the official colorway on these is light British brown, hot red, sesame brown, and cacao wow. So it has a similar theme, a little bit of a darker shade of brown, and that corduroy-like material in red lands on the swoosh and the back heels. So dropping November 1st for $125. Now this Nike Jaw 2 will be released in adult sizing, and it's known as Night Vision. So the official colorway on these is black, phantom, light smoke gray, and light lemon twist, and they're going to drop on November 1st for $120. This is a shoe that you either love or hate, and it's the Nike CLOGPOSITE. So one of the colorways that's releasing is known as Green Goblin, and the official colorway on these is multicolor, medium gray, light graphite, and black. So this resembles the OG colorway of the Flightposite, which will drop at the end of October. And for me, I actually kind of like them. This is definitely a shoe that I would wear around the house. However, I'm not going to buy at retail. The retail price is $140. If I can find them at the outlets, that's when I'll pick them up. But November 1st is the release date. On the same day, the Nike CLOGPOSITE and SANDDRIFT will also debut. The official colorway on these is SANDDRIFT, Metallic Silver, University Red, and Black. So November 1st is the release date, and the retail price will be $140. The first colorway of the Nike LeBron 22 to be released is known as Crown Jewel. Now, initially, these were being called Moonlight. However, about a week or two ago, Nike made a post on their IG saying that the Crown Jewel showing this pair would be released on November 1st. So, the official colorway on these is White, Volt Glow, Medium Ash, Hot Lava, and Wolf Gray. They're going to drop on November 1st for $180. This is an Air Force 1 Low that I kind of like, but again, I would only pick it up if it goes on sale and I see it at the outlets. But it's the Nike Air Force 1 Low Sunset, and this is part of the Since 1982 series. The official colorway on these is Sunset, Cacao Wow, Coconut Milk, and Russet. The pair features a Since 1982 label on the tongue and special labels on the insoles, dropping November 1st for $125. We have another collaboration with FAZE Clan, and this will be on the Nike Zoom LeBron Next Gen. This marks their second collaboration on the LeBron Next Gen. However, this is the amped version. The official colorway on these is Light Cream, Medium Olive, Metallic Silver, and Black. They're going to drop on November 1st for $170. There's so many releases on November 1st, but we have two more and then we're moving on. But those two will be the Nike GATO. One will come dressed in black gum, the other will feature a white gum colorway. Now, I believe I've seen some stores drop these already. I think boutiques have. The official colorway on the black gum pair is black, white, and gum light brown. The white gum features a white, and gum light brown colorway. So the black pair is definitely an OG pair. It has OG vibes. I like that a lot. But both are going to drop on November 1st, and the retail price will be $110 each. Alright, so we're finally moving on from November 1st, and the first pair I'm going to talk about beyond that is the Nike Dunk Low LA. So this pair has already released in stores on October 26th, only in the LA area. However, if you missed out, didn't have the chance to pick them up, there is another chance for you to purchase, which will be on the Sneakers app. So not a great chance, but at least it's one. The official colorway on these is Cell, Pale Ivory, Baltic Blue, and Glacier Blue. And the release date for the Sneakers app is November 2nd, and the retail price will be $125. So recently I talked about this pair in my news video, and it's the Nike Air 180 Beetlejuice. Now, some people are calling it Joker. However, like I mentioned, I was told by my sources, it's known as Beetlejuice, although this isn't an official collaboration. So these were supposed to drop for Halloween, but unfortunately it's going to be a little after that. Now, the official colorway on these is black, white, action green, and Persian violet. They're going to drop on November 5th for $150. So these will be available on the Sneakers app and select boutiques. This is also a quick strike, so they're going to be somewhat on the limited side. We finally have an official release date for the Nike Air Max 186 Powerwall BRS. So I had these shoes back in late July, early August, I believe. They were supposed to drop back then, and the release date has moved around, multiple delays. I'm not really entirely sure why, but they're now going to drop in November. Obviously, they're featured here. This pair originally released in 2006, but the difference between the 2006 pair and the 2024 is that now it'll be part of the Big Bubble series. The official colorway on these is classic green, olive gray, bronzine, and amber glow, and they're going to drop on November 7th for $150. We have a pretty bright pair of Nike Air Force One Lows dropping in November. This is known as the Air Force One Low Dance and Vault. So what's unique about this pair is that the Nike Air on the heels will be upside down. But the shoes feature a Vault, black, and gunmetal colorway. This will also be a women's release, and they're definitely vibrant. Also, the branding on the heels is upside down as well as the tongues. And the outsole has also been slightly modified. But this pair is going to drop on November 7th for $130. We have a couple pairs dropping in November, part of the latest N7 collection, and one of those will be the Nike KD17. So the official colorway on these is dark turquoise, white, cell, and black. The shoes feature N7 branding on the tongues, as well as unique branding on the heels. For me, I actually like this colorway. I think it's clean, but there's another colorway dropping that I like a bit more of this model. But this pair will release on November 7th for $150. The second pair part of the N7 collection to go over is the Nike Dunk Low Next Nature. The official colorway on these is dark turquoise, white, cell, and black. This pair also features the N7 branding on the tongues. Also releasing November 7th for $125. The Nike Air Pegasus Wave in Light Lemon Twist has already released at a handful of retailers online. I've also seen them in store at a couple places, but if you missed out, didn't see these stores, or you're not in Sacramento, then you'll be able to grab them on the Sneakers app on November 8th. So the official colorway is Light Lemon Twist, Black, and Cyber, and the retail price will be $160. On November 8th, two colorways of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 Rome will be released. The first pair comes dressed in black, light silver, jade horizon, and hyper crimson. The second features black and racer blue. So the black and racer blue pair is pretty much a blacked out version, only a little bit of the branding features blue. And both pairs will be released on November 8th for $180. One of, if not the biggest release in November from Nike is the Nike Dunk High WU-TANG. So some of you guys might remember in a previous news video, I talked about this shoe being released on November 9th. I said that my sources confirmed to me that the shoes would drop on November 9th. And a couple days ago, the Sneakers app loaded them up and they got them for November 9th as well. So not only will you be able to get them from boutiques, but as well online via the Sneakers app. So there's probably going to be some other places online you'll be able to get them from as well. Now, these are not a quick strike, so they should be a bit easier to obtain. Now, let me take that back. I don't want to say easy because there is some hype for the shoes, but this isn't going to be like a super limited release or anything. I know Nike did a shock drop as well as some other places. I actually think Wu-Tang's official website released them too, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a limited drop that time around. But the overall release on November 9th, more pairs will be available. So at one point I was seeing that they were going for like $400 or $500. Don't pay that for them. If you really like them and you got it like that, then okay, fine. But if you want to save some money, try to go for them on release date. If you miss out, then give it a couple weeks because the price will definitely drop. I just don't want to see people overpaying when they don't have to. But November 9th is the release date and the retail price will be $150. LeBron James has another colorway of his training shoe releasing, known as the Nike LeBron TR1, and this pair is dubbed Better with Age. The official colorway on these is Amber Brown, Dark Russet, Green Frost, and Guava Ice, and they're going to be released on November 11th for $130. Jordan Poole is releasing his own Nike GT Cut 3 in November, and this pair features a pale ivory, metallic gold, cell, alabaster, and lightning soft yellow colorway. The pair features details connecting to Poole, for example, a special label on the insoles with the basketball court, which reads Jordan Poole and has his signature. Now the overall theme is the beach. I don't really get how that connects to Jordan Poole. I would think like a swimming pool, but the beach theme I'm not entirely sure about. Anyways, this pair drops on November 11th, and the retail price will be $190. Part of the Sunrise Sunset pack, we have the Nike Book 1 Sunset dropping on November 15th. So the Sunrise pair dropped in October, and this is a follow-up to that pair. And the official colorway is Court Purple, Total Orange, Taupe Gray, and Sundial. And they're going to drop on November 15th for $140. So I've been seeing a couple different release dates for the Nike KD17 Ant Pearl. One of them is November 15th, which quite a few release calendars have them for, but I've also seen November 17th. So it could change, but I wanted to give you the info on that in case it does. And this is probably my favorite KD17 to be released or going to be released so far. Now, this pair pays tribute to his Aunt Pearl, who passed in the year 2000. The series started on the Nike KD4 Ant Pearl, which recently returned, but the original release took place back in 2012. So the official colorway on these is Pink Foam and Beyond Pink. It looks like they're going to drop on November 15th, but it could be the 17th, and the retail price will be $160. November 15th, there's a handful of decent releases, and to add another pair, we have the first pair, part of the Monopoly Nike basketball collaboration, which will be on the LeBron 22. This pair I leaked months, and I mean months back, but we recently received a first look of. The official colorway on these is white, Baltic blue, vapor green, pink foam, and metallic silver, and the shoes feature the Monopoly money spread throughout the upper, as well as co-branding throughout. So although not 100% confirmed because the release date could be moved around, this pair is said to drop on November 15th, and the retail price will be $225. Several days later, we have the second Monopoly Nike LeBron 22 to be released. This pair is known as Deep Royal Blue. So the nickname comes from the color scheme, which is Deep Royal Blue, Metallic Gold, and Midnight Navy. This pair features intricate details throughout, as well as co-branding. Now this pair is said to drop on November 19th, but it could be the same situation as the Money pair. It could be moved around, and the retail price will be $200. I still find it a bit odd that this shoe was going to be released in November, and it's the Nike KD4 Christmas. Now, typically we get Christmas shoes in December. However, for some reason, this pair is expected to be released in November. Now, it could get delayed, of course, but if you're a fan of this pair, I'm sure you're not complaining. Now, this is also an original colorway, which was dropped back in 2011. The official colorway on these is metallic copper and black, and they're going to be released on November 20th, at least for now, and the retail price will be $130. This pair was said to be released in October, however, it has been delayed until November, and it's the Nike Air Max TL 2.5 in black and metallic silver. Now, I have the orange pair of these on hand, and I'm supposed to record a short. I'm trying to figure out when the release date is on those before recording that, but I will admit the model in hand is very nice. It looks comfortable. I haven't tried them on yet. It feels good, at least in hand, but I probably will be buying them so I can actually wear them, because for those who don't know, I don't actually buy a lot of these shoes that I do the reviews on and the shorts for. I have been privileged enough to receive access to these shoes, which has saved my pocket quite a bit, and I can compare them and kind of do a side-by-side or hold them in hand. One thing I cannot do is try them on, though, unless I buy them, of course. So the orange pair I might be buying. It'll be my new gym shoe, so if that's the case, then I will do an on-feet as well. But for this pair, it's definitely clean. I see it doing a lot better than the orange, and they're expected to be released on November 22nd for $170. All right, moving on to Jordan Brand, and the first release to take place in November is the Air Jordan 4 Pure Platinum. Now, this is a kids exclusive. The official colorway is Pure Platinum, Metallic Gold, Cell, and Black. Now, I recommended this in my previous video because images make the upper look a lot different. And these photos, which are the official images, it makes it look like it has more of a blue tint. Versus other images I've seen, it was closer to white. So again, this is a shoe that you probably want to see in hand before buying. Now, they're going to be released on November 1st. The retail price in grade school sizes is $160, preschool will cost $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. Jordan Brand has started to release a women's exclusive basketball shoe known as the Jordan Air. So the next colorway to be released features a Cell, Black, and Vapor Green color combination. This pair is going to be released on November 1st for $110. Some of you may agree with me, some of you may disagree with me, but the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe is my favorite and #1 release in November. Obviously, I'm biased here because the Air Jordan 14 is my favorite model. However, there's a lot of great releases from Jordan Brand. I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. That's a definite pickup for me too. And believe me, that was in a close second, but the 14 tops it for me. Now, I did do a full review on these, so there will be a link in the description below if you'd like to check that out. But getting back to this shoe, as you guys know, this is an OG colorway. They released back in 1998. We saw a retro take place in 2006, although that pair was a bit different. It had ribbing on the panels. And then the last time they dropped was in 2014. So this pair will be released on November 2nd. The date kind of bounced around. It was supposed to be in October, then back to November, but it's locked in for November 2nd. It's on the Sneakers app. They will be available at most retailers. However, as some of you may know, Jordan Brand doesn't produce a ton of pairs of the Air Jordan 14 when it's released, and that's due to probably a couple things. For example, people aren't huge fans of the Air Jordan 14. I know there's a good amount of us who are, but it's not going to sell as many units as, let's say, the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. So it's not a quick strike or anything, but they just don't produce as many pairs. Also, this is an OG colorway, so it's probably going to go pretty fast. But they're going to drop on November 2nd. They will be available in adult sizing for $210, and then grade school sizes will cost $160. On November 5th, 2 colorways of the Jordan LUKA 3 will be released, and the pair is known as IMAGINARIUM. Now, I was able to find the official colorway on one of the shoes, which is the teal blue pair, and the official colorway is chlorine blue, hyper pink, hyper grape, and black. So the other pair will feature mostly hyper pink throughout. It's kind of like the reverse of the chlorine blue. And like I mentioned, both are going to drop on November 5th. They'll be available in adult sizing for $130, while grade school sizes will cost $100. Another great shoe from Jordan Brand, which will more than likely sell out, at least in adult sizing. I'm not sure about grade school, preschool, and so forth, but we have the return of the Air Jordan 4 FAZE. Now, for those who don't know, this pair originally released in 2013. This pair and 2 others form the FAZE pack, which is the Air Jordan 3 and the Air Jordan 5. The inspiration is from the 2008 Become Legendary campaign. It starred a commercial featuring Michael Jordan. In the commercial, Jordan stated, "I'm scared of what I won't become, you're scared of what I could become." And that is the theme used on this pair as well as the others. Now, this pair will be a GR. There's going to be a lot of pairs available. However, as most of you know, the Air Jordan 4 is a hype model. A lot of people go after them. So it might be a little bit on the difficult side to obtain. However, if you put in the raffles and so forth, you should be okay. Another thing is, if you do miss out, do not buy right after for resale because the prices will come down. Also, there seems like there could be a release date change because some calendars have the shoe dropping on November 9th, while others have them dropping on November 16th. Now, the same situation with the olive pair because that shoe is supposed to drop on the 16th. That could be moved to November 9th, and I'll repeat this when I get to the 9s because I know I put the timestamps in the video and sometimes people skip through it. They might miss this part, so I'm going to repeat that. But the official colorway on this is black, white, anthracite, black, and pure platinum. They're going to be available in full family sizing. So adult sizes will cost $215, grade school will cost $160, preschool is priced at $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. The first holiday season Air Jordan 11 to be released is known as BRED Velvet, and this will be a women's exclusive release. Now, a lot of people have been asking if they're going to be available in extended women's sizing, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it, but that's not 100% confirmed. I'm still not able to get the confirmation at the time of recording, unfortunately, but once I do find out, I'll update you in the following news video. So for this pair, it resembles the classic BRED Air Jordan 11. There's obviously some big differences here. For example, instead of patent leather, and mesh, we have velvet used throughout. Also, some of the branding, the coloring is different. Also, the Jumpman by the heel will feature metallic red and it'll be made of metal. This is another pair that I do believe people are going to be going after because it does resemble the classic BRED colorway. Yes, there are some pretty big differences here, but from what I see, people are still fans of them. They want them. They missed out on the previous BRED Air Jordan 11, or maybe their pair is beat, and this is the next best option. Now, for me, these are definitely nice. You know, there's just too much stuff releasing, so I won't be picking these up. However, I'm hoping I'll be able to see them in hand very soon, and that may change my mind. But they're going to be released on November 11th. The retail price in women's sizing is $230, preschool will cost $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. This is a model that I'm just kind of I don't love it, I don't hate it, but it's decent. But what I will say is that this colorway is one of the nicer ones to be released, and this is the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack TR Dark Mocha. So the official colorway on these is Dark Mocha, Black, and Cell. Now, the official release date has yet to be confirmed. However, as of now, it looks like they're going to be released on November 13th. Now, this will be on the limited side. It's a collaboration, and since it's linked to Travis Scott, usually these drops go pretty fast. Now, they should be available on the Sneakers app, as well as Travis Scott's website, and select boutiques. Not every boutique is going to have them, but a good amount should. Again, like with the other pairs, if you do miss out at retail, wait a couple weeks, maybe even a month, and then go and pick them up because the price will drop. We've seen it on multiple shoes in the past, and not just Travis collaborations, but just models that are hyped right at the start. They typically tend to die off a little bit. But November 13th is the expected release date, and the retail price will be $200. This is another great release from Jordan Brand in November, and it's the return of the Air Jordan 9 Olive. Now, this shoe originally released back in 1993. This is one of several OG colorways. The shoes would retro for the first time in 2002, and then in 2012 we saw another release. Now, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The 2012 pair is horrible in my opinion. The materials, the shape, all that good stuff. This pair is a lot nicer. Now, I do have these in hand. I should be dropping the review this week. I really need to. I've been waiting on a couple things to get straightened out before I drop the next review video. As you guys know, I returned to doing reviews. I did it on the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe, and this will be the second pair I do one for. At least it should be. Now, these will be a GR. However, I do not think these will sell out. Now, that's not to take away from the shoes because they're dope. It's a combination of a few things. One, they're a GR. Two, we have a lot of stuff dropping in November. And personally, I think the Black Toe is better, as well as the Black Cement Air Jordan 3, the Fear 4s, and then we have these. And the Air Jordan 9, although it's a dope shoe, it doesn't do too well when it hits retailers. So I wouldn't be surprised if these went on sale, to be 100% honest with you guys. So I definitely would chance it because the first day they're not selling out. The second or the third, probably not even the first couple of weeks. I think they're going to go on sale personally, but that's just my opinion. If you like them, buy them on the release date. Don't take your chances. The official colorway on these is black, true red, and light olive. Now, the same situation with the Air Jordan 4 Fear. There's a possibility it could get moved to November 9th instead of November 16th, just because release calendars are showing that the Air Jordan Fear is going to be released on November 16th, and it shows that the Air Jordan 9 Olive will drop on November 9th. So it's not confirmed, but I am seeing this on certain release calendars. Now, this shoe will be available in full family sizing. So we have adults priced at $210, grade school will cost $160, preschool is priced at $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. Awake NY will drop their second collaboration with Jordan Brand on the Jordan Air Ship in November. Now, I'm seeing a couple different release dates. However, the date that I'm seeing the most of is November 20th. So the other date is November 2nd, although none of the dates are 100% confirmed. I would like to get the confirmation from the brand, so it's possible it could get moved around. But this is the Game Royal iteration. The blocking is just like the University Red, but it features a Cell, Game Royal, and Metallic Platinum colorway. This shoe will be on the limited side. More than likely, they'll drop at Awake NY, Sneakers App, and select boutiques. Now, not every boutique will have them, and more than likely, these will probably sell out. But again, if they do, I would wait on buying for resale. But expected to be released on November 20th for $150. For many people, the biggest release in November will be the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. I'm sure it's on the top of everybody's list. There might be a few exceptions here and there, but the shoes will be returning in November. Now, I'm sure everybody knows this is an OG colorway, and they last released in 2018. This is also going to be a big GR, so there's going to be tons of pairs available, but there's a lot of hype too. But honestly, I feel like if you do raffles, you wake up early before they release online, you shouldn't have too big of an issue grabbing a pair. Now, for some reason, if you do miss out, don't worry. I wouldn't rush to buy at resale because Jordan Brand will be restocking these quite a bit if they do sell out, which more than likely they will. So I definitely would hold off on buying resale, but for some reason, if they don't restock, which I highly doubt they won't, give them a couple weeks and let the resale prices go down. We saw the first retro take place in 1994, and then a second retro took place in 2001. In 2008, they released part of the Countdown pack, so we had the Black Cement Air Jordan 3 packaged with the Air Jordan 20 to equal the number 23. The Countdown pack series celebrated the release of the Air Jordan 23. Then we saw the shoes drop in 2011, and then the last time was 2018. So again, this will be a big release. Pretty much every retailer will have them, and they're going to be released on November 23rd. The retail price in adult sizing is $220. Grade school will cost $150, preschool is priced at $90, and toddler sizes will cost $75. The last release from Jordan Brand confirmed for November so far is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Game Royal. So this pair resembles the 2018 Air Jordan 1 High OG Game Royal, but there's a few differences. For example, the low top pair will feature an aged midsole, and it'll have white on the tongue. Now, if you're a fan of the Air Jordan 1 Low, this is definitely a clean colorway. I like it a lot personally, and this is a shoe that I probably will pick up, but it's another shoe that I'm going to wait and see if it goes on sale because I personally think it will. Now, they're scheduled to be released on November 30th. They will be available in full family sizing. So we have adult sizes at $140, grade school will cost $120, preschool is priced at $75, and toddler sizes will cost $65. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, I appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, like always, some of these release dates could change, new ones get added in, so in the case that it does, if you're subscribed, I'll update you in a following news video. As well, you could check out SneakerFiles.com, the release date pages, or just the homepage, and it'll be updated there. Now, as for upcoming releases in November that I'm looking forward to, from Nike, it's pretty much the Nike Dunk High WU-TANG. That shoe is very nice. I like it, and just the history behind it. It's really dope. Now, from Jordan Brand, I already have the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe, but that would be my number one, obviously. But I am going to go after the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. That's at the top of my list for November. The Air Jordan 4 Fear. I definitely want to get a pair of those. And I think that's going to be it. Now, I'm kind of pacing myself because I know December, there's going to be a couple releases that I want, and then 2025, that's just crazy year. So I'm going to be spending a lot more money in 2025, and I kind of just want to get the stuff that I really want in 2024. Now, if some of these releases go on sale, then more than likely I will pick them up, like the Air Jordan 11 Bread Velvet. I don't know if that's going to go on sale or not. The Air Jordan 9 Olive, I'm going to wait until they go on sale. And the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Game Royal, if that goes on sale, which I believe it will, I will be picking it up. But from this video, let me know what shoes you plan on picking up in November. Also, recently I dropped 2 new shirts known as Need for Speed and Spooky Hours. There will be a link in the description below to pick one of those up, or both if you'd like. And the pre-order will end this week. I'll put it on hold. Eventually I'll bring them back, but I'm going to place an order and start putting shirts together. So this will be the last week to do a pre-order if that's something you would like. Also expect a ton of uploads this week. I have stuff planned out, so yeah, just be on the lookout for all of that. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.